Welcome to 100 Yards of Football this morning. It's my college football legend special. Today I'm going to highlight one of the best football players I've seen pound for pound play college football. Then he went on and had a very successful career in the NFL with the Seattle Seahawks. My man, Kenny Easley, safety out of UCLA. So if you like the video today, please come in and share it. I surely appreciate it here on 100 Yards of Football. Boy. I can remember the day, Labor Day, September the 12th, 1977. I was a senior at Southside High School in my hometown, the 901. And during the Labor Day weekend, relatives were over at the house, everybody outside cooking during Labor Day, the ribs going on the grill. In my hometown in Memphis, Tennessee. If anybody knows something about Memphis, the barbecue is outstanding. I consider it number one in the world. And that day, me and my cousins, we had the TV going on, uncles, aunties over, playing horseshoes, uncles playing dominoes. You know how we do it down in the South in Memphis, Tennessee. And it was one game that came on that day. It was UCLA taking on the Houston Cougars. The Cougars were ranked number 9 in the country at that time. Lord, did I know that the following year I would be at the University of Arkansas watching the Cougars up close and personal. But what I remember about that Houston Cougar team, they had a quarterback by the name of Danny Davis. He was special. They had a running back named Alois Blackwell. And they had a running back named Randy Love. And they ran that veer offense like, woo, 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 woo. Like it was something special. But they was playing this UCLA team that came in and had a very good defense. We all knew about Jerry Robinson because he was an outstanding player. We all knew about Johnny Lynn, who was an outstanding player. But I remember Keith Jackson was highlighting this freshman from Chesapeake, Virginia, Southampton Roads, D'Angelo Hall, Clarence Clemens, saxophone player for Bruce Springsteen, Percy Harvin, Justin Upton, Melvin Upton, Ricky Rudd, NASCAR, Bruce Smith. And this was the man that set the tone. They were talking about Kenny Easley. And boy, pregame, it got my curiosity. So I said, hey man, I'm gonna go inside because I was watching the TV throwing the screen outside. And I said, I'm gonna go in and watch this game. And boy, when I'm talking about, you saw a guy that was a true freshman. The one thing that you knew about this young man, that it like Kenny Easley at 18 years old belonged on that field. And boy, he made tackle after tackle, breaking up passes all over the field. And I said, you know what? I'm going to follow this guy's career. But it was something that he had that all the great ones had, man. It was that ability. He was like a doctor getting ready to be a surgeon at the free safety position. And man, he was special. Here's a young man that came out of Chesapeake, Virginia, one of the most highly recruited football players. Had 350 offers. Think about that, 350 offers back in 1977. He was the only player in the state of Virginia attended Oscar Smith High School. The first player in Virginia football history to throw for 1,000 yards and pass for 1,000, throw for 1,000 yards and run for 1,000 yards. And man, people were coming after him. And he decided to go to Hollywood. So his career ended very special. As a true freshman, the guy had 93 tackles. 3-time All-American. Pac-10 first team his 4 years. Inducted in the UCLA Athletics Hall of Fame. College Football Hall of Fame. And then finally, he was the 4th overall pick in the 1981 NFL Draft. Played 7 great years in the National Football League, 5-time Pro Bowler, but had to give the game up. Of a situation that I'm not going to get into it today, but the Seattle Seahawks really didn't do Kenny Easley any justice. He had to retire because he had kidney problems. But what I like about him is what he did after he had retired. He's a guy that went in, went to his hometown, has done a lot of great things in the community back there in North Fork, Chesapeake, Portsmouth. He's been the mainstay in the community. He's giving back. And I want to say this. I think it's a very serious tragedy that the National Football League, that's right, I'm going to put y'all on blast, that the College Football Hall of Fame did not put him in until 30 years later in 2017. This guy played 7 years at a high level with the CRC, but he was one of the best college football players pound for pound. And when you look at all the safeties preceded him, like Johnny Robinson at LSU in the 50s, Larry Wilson with the St. Louis Cardinals, Bill Bradley with the Philadelphia Eagles, Cliff Harris with the Dallas Cowboys, Lolo Cromwell with the LA Rams, Jake Scott with the Miami Dolphins, Kenny Houston with the Houston Oilers and Washington Redskins. Kenny Easley changed the position of free safety in the college level in the National Football League. What I mean by that, played hurt, A+, tough, A+, hitting ability, A+. And when he walked on the field, you always knew where he was. And then the athletic ability, 6'3", 206, 4'4", in the 40, and a 40-inch vertical. And people don't know this today. Not only he got drafted in 1981 in the National Football League, 4th overall, but in the NBA draft in the 10th round, the Chicago Bulls drafted him. And he played junior varsity basketball at UCLA. Can I say Lou Alcindor, John Wooden, Sidney Wicks, Walt Hazzard, Gail Goodrich. Kenny Easley played junior varsity and got drafted. He was a special athlete. And that day, September the 12th, 1977, when I watched this young man get on the field, greatness just came like a volcano. It was Kenny Easley, brother. And I think he's been undervalued throughout his career. And I'm glad that the Seattle Seahawks brought him back to honor him. Paul Allen, thank you. Because, man, this guy set the tone for the free safety position in college football. He was one of the greatest football players that stepped on the scene back in 1977. So before then, it's all the other great safeties that preceded him. Let me throw some other names out there. Mel Renfro at Oregon, Tommy Casanova at LSU. I mentioned Jake Scott at Georgia, Dick Anderson at Colorado, Jack Tatum at Ohio State, Brian Van Pelt at Michigan State. But I'm sorry. Kenny Easley, the enforcer, vicious. He changed the position at the free safety on the college level in the National Football League. One more time, 3-time All-American. Pac-10 first team all 4 years. True freshman, 93 tackles. Inducted in the UCLA Athletics Hall of Fame. Inducted in the College Hall of Fame. Inducted in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Played only 7 years in the National Football League, but I tell you what, he's one of the top 10 players I've ever seen play. And to the people in the state of Virginia and Chesapeake, man. Southampton Roads, please honor Kenny Easley because he was one of the most special football players that played this game. So my final words about Kenny Easley. Got to go back to 1977. Disco scene hot. The young man out of Miami, Florida, KC, had a song, I'm the boogeyman. That's what I am. I'm here to do whatever I can. Be early in the morning, late in the afternoon, or at midnight. Kenny Easley was the boogeyman when he got to UCLA, and he was the boogeyman when he got to the Seattle Seahawks. God bless. If you like the video today, please come in and share it. It's been an honor to talk about this young man out of Chesapeake, Virginia, by way of Norfolk, Portsmouth, Newport News. Kenny Easley, one of the greatest football players that played this game at the free safety position. So if you like the video today, please come in and share it. I'm your host, Vincent Turner. Please have a wonderful week. Thank you. And to my producer, Mr. Logan Landers, thank you this morning here on 100 Yards of Football.